Hey everybody, it's Krista. So there is a vegetable that I want to tell you about because it is best in season right now, really March through May, and that is the artichoke. Now, I have to tell you that we used to be scared to death of artichokes. We were completely intimidated, huge fear factor. We had no idea what to do with a fresh artichoke. Now, canned artichokes, they're super easy. You can buy them canned, you rinse them and drain them, and you know, they come ready to go, ready to eat. You can slice them and put them on salads and pizzas, and we've got so many ideas on Eat Real America for artichokes that's the easy and convenient way to use artichokes on so many things. But if you were to ask me to pick out a fresh artichoke at the store and know what to do with it, I would have told you, you're crazy. I have no idea. So I want to show you, it is so much easier than you think. And so we're going to get rid of all intimidation, and I want to show you the Garlic Lemon Grilled Artichoke. And so what we're going to do is when you go to buy an artichoke, you want the leaves pretty tightly compact, and you don't want it to be, you know, really brown stained. There might be a few hints of brown on there, but that's totally fine. So what you're going to do first is you're going to cut the stem off, and you don't want to cut too far because you don't want it to fall apart and you're going to get to the heart of the artichoke if you do that. Then flip it around, and I want you just to cut off about ½ inch of the very top of the artichoke. And so you're going to start to be able to see the inside. Now, the next thing that you can do is completely optional. So you will notice on some artichokes how the points of the leaves can be kind of prickly. And so absolutely personal preference, you can come along with a knife or some kitchen scissors and just trim off those very tips of those leaves. Now this one is not very prickly, so we don't even normally bother with doing that. Then I want you to stand it up and cut it in half, just like this. And obviously you need a pretty sharp chef's knife or a pretty sharp knife to do this. Okay, so here is the inside of the artichoke. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna scoop out this part and these purple leaves. So this little area right here is gonna come out before we cook it. Now I'm using a serrated knife or a spoon, which I think it's a grapefruit spoon. Works great, but you don't have to have a serrated spoon. But what you're gonna do, so see how fuzzy this part is? This is the fuzzy part of the choke. And so what you're gonna do is just scrape that out. It comes out really easy with a spoon. And then what I want you to do is kind of take layers with your spoon of the purple leaves and scrape them out. I'm gonna turn it around like this to make it a little easier. And so you're gonna kind of use your finger and pull them out. Get all the fuzzy part of the choke out and kind of tug on it a little. Okay, so when you get it all out of there, what it's gonna look like, and you're gonna pull these purple layers out too, because what you wanna get it down to is where you can see the heart of the choke. So what it's gonna look like is it's gonna look like this. So I would keep pulling a few more of these purple leaves out. Now, so the best part of this artichoke is gonna be when we cook it and grill it, this part right here, I promise you, people are gonna be fighting over that part. That's the artichoke part, that's the best part. So once we get the whole artichoke ready, so we've got a bowl of water, and I'm gonna take half a lemon and stick a tablespoon of lemon juice in here. And what this is gonna do is this is actually just going to keep the artichoke from becoming brown, kind of like you would prevent an apple from becoming brown. And so this is just gonna soak for a couple of minutes. Then what we're gonna do, so I've got a pot of water boiling over here that we are actually gonna boil the artichoke for 15 to 20 minutes before we grill it. So while we're waiting for the water to boil and we're letting this soak a couple minutes, I just wanna show you a super quick vinaigrette that we're gonna use to actually brush the artichoke before we grill it. So in my mason jar, I have 3 tablespoons of olive oil. And then we're going to do another half of the lemon. So for a tablespoon of lemon juice. And then we're gonna use a couple fresh garlic cloves. You could also use about ½ a teaspoon of garlic powder. So put those in there. Where's my spoon? And then just a dash of salt and pepper, like about a half a teaspoon of oregano, and then a fourth a teaspoon of salt and pepper. And so that is gonna be our garlic lemon vinaigrette. So set that aside. That's actually gonna get brushed on the artichoke, but then there's gonna be a little extra to use right before we eat it. Okay, so for this artichoke, we're gonna make a little panko bread topping. So this is gonna be kind of a crispy little topping we're gonna put on at the very end right before we serve it. This is half a cup of panko breadcrumbs, and then we're gonna add a dash of salt and pepper, a tablespoon of oil, and then for a little extra lemon pop, we're gonna do some lemon zest. So I've got my microplane zester, and we're gonna just zest the whole lemon. You want about 2 teaspoons, and actually you could make this first and then slice your lemon and use your juice for the other part. So a couple teaspoons of lemon zest in here. That's gonna give it awesome lemon flavor. Now, so my water is ready to boil. We're actually gonna throw this panko topping in a dry skillet and brown it for a couple of minutes while the artichokes are boiling. And so we're gonna dump this in the skillet to brown it up. And then we're gonna boil the artichokes. So all you're gonna do is pull them out of your water, kind of shake them off a bit, and then put them in your boiling water and boil for 15 to 20 minutes, and we'll be back. Okay, so we've got the artichokes. We just pulled them out of the boiling water and put them on a baking sheet and made sure to get kind of the water out of them. And so we've got them cut side up, and we're gonna brush them with our lemon garlic vinaigrette. And our grill is ready to roll. It's nice and hot. And so this is just gonna take some of the vinaigrette, and like I said, we're gonna have enough left over to dip and brush again for serving. Okay. So we're gonna place them cut side down on the grill, just like that. Whoa, Nelly. And we're gonna watch them closely, but 3 to 5 minutes per side until they're nice and browned and charred, and they're gonna be awesome. Okay, so we just pulled the artichokes off the grill, and of course, you're gonna wanna let them cool a little bit, but they're nice and browned on both sides. And so this is the part where we would sprinkle our panko lemon topping on top. It's all nice and brown and crispy. And then of course you can drizzle with more of the vinaigrette. But I have to show you how to eat an artichoke, because somebody had to teach me how to do this. So what you do is you take a leaf, and you're actually, this part of it is the most tender, and you're gonna scrape it with your teeth like this. And it's nice and tender and scrapes right off. Now, I have to tell you, this part right here that I told you was the heart of the artichoke, this part, look how tender that is. So that is gonna be the part that you are gonna want your own artichoke all to yourself, because that is the best part. But it is tender and so, so good. And of course you could dip each leaf in your vinaigrette before you eat it, and possibilities are endless, but so yummy. I would love for you to check out the Garlic Lemon Grilled Artichoke on eatrealamerica.com, plus any of our other artichoke recipes. And remember, it's about the season to get your grill on. So when you're grilling all your favorite things, make sure you're putting vegetables on the grill too. And enjoy, keep it simple, and eat real.